Okay, hi guys. So this is me trying to explain Kohlberg's study. Okay, the study is here to link to his theory. Okay, so it's all kind of interlinked, and it kind of proved his kind of theory would be correct. So he kind of did both at the same time. So the aim was to investigate the development of morality through teenagers and young adults. Okay, and he wanted to do a cultural element here. Like, it's a bit fishy, his cultural element. It's not hugely well explained. Um, but he wanted to look at the different couple of countries to see if it differed at all. So, most important kind of thing here was that this is what I would call a true developmental study. It looks at how kids change over a course of time. So he interviewed kids every 3 years, okay, and kind of gave them these moral dilemmas. You've heard about the Heinz one, which is the most famous, and kind of asked some questions based on that. So he kind of did that every 3 years, and he staggered their start date. So this has a cross-cultural element, okay, which is really good. So the main sample, the American kids, all from Chicago, different classes, important. Started at either 10 or 16, then obviously every 3 years up to. So by the end they're either 22 or 28. Okay, and he also studied, like I said, other boys of other cultures: GB, Taiwan, Mexico, and Turkey. Um, so he gave them the moral dilemmas. I think I've got Heinz written on the next slide, I think. Um, and there were 25, and the aspects were the motive given for the rule of doing it or not doing it, and the reason why. So how much they value human life. And so when we look at the results, these are important. So what are the motives? And you'll see the motives are very much the theory of his study. Really, like, you can't break a rule to avoid punishment. And then the value of the human life is like, well, people's lives are more important than following rules. Again, links to theory, and so you can see how they kind of, in theory, kind of interlink. So this is the Heinz dilemma. I'm sorry, I wouldn't have stolen the drug. That's just what it is. I'm mean. Okay, no one's life is worth more than anyone else's, so um, that's the way it goes for me, I'm afraid. Classic level 5 thinking for me on this one. So the moral dilemmas were kind of twisted to be a bit more kind of culturally relevant to different countries. Obviously, in Taiwan, they couldn't have had like Heinz dilemma drugs. So they had things about, would you steal food? Because it might be more culturally relative. So that's a good aspect. However, it reduces the reliability of the results because not everyone's doing the same thing. Okay, he kind of believed that you wouldn't just always be a stage 4 person or a stage 3 kid or stage 2, but he kind of put you into different stages if half of your answers fell into it. Okay, so you could have answered like 75% in stage 3, 25% in stage 2. So he would have said you're a stage 3 thinker now at 15. I made that age up. So linking to so we've got, like, there's no data. This is qualitative. We've got his theory. Oh my God, my hair pulling it out. I don't care. So the motive. So as you see, so these are the 6 motives as we work through the 6 stages. Okay, and you kind of see they are linked to the stages massively, and also the value of human life. So like the 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 bottom one, belief in the sacredness of human life as representing a universal human value of respect of the value of respect for the individual. So saying everyone's equal, doesn't matter what they do. Okay, so again, links to the theory. So that's kind of what he concluded from those kind of results. So you kind of need a couple of examples for each of these in your study summaries, but nothing too crazy. You also need kind of the next lot of results here. Okay, so importantly, not you don't just all end up at number stage 6. You kind of you do work through your order, but we all kind of get to a certain point. Okay, so what differences did he find in people? Yeah, basically, the Taiwanese boys were classic stage 2 to start. Okay, all the boys in the US, Taiwan, and Mexico, they kind of went through the stages in the same order. Okay, American kids, the third bullet pointy boxy thing here, American kids kind of got to stage 5 quicker, salient, so more clearer than other cultures. Middle class kids were morally developed quicker than lower class kids, and he found no difference in religion at all. Okay, so that's a snapshot of some of the findings. And therefore, the main conclusion here is that your morality just develops in this order. It doesn't matter about who you are, where you are, what your beliefs are, and we just work through our way through these kind of stages. So it's kind of like a nature thing. Even though we learn our morality, we kind of mature. It's a natural development, but we all stop at different places. First things first, let's get our study summary kind of sorted. Try and kind of process it all. Okay. We've been having massive thinks about how we're going to teach you all next year and how we can recap all of this. Okay, so we've got some really good ideas. So let's just get the summaries done. We can use them from when we're going back through work kind of next year. Okay. So next is our evaluation. A bit different to normal because there's different kind of study. So we've got data type is qualitative, so rich in data. We've got the answers to why people have been put in these stages, haven't we? We've got the explanations, so that's really good. The research method, self-report, so we know the pros and cons about that. We've got the cross-cultural element, which is fab. Ethics, good. Reliability, they had the same dilemmas, but different countries had different dilemmas. So is it reliable? Oh, like, it was done years ago. Yes-ish. But it's not the same for everyone. But you can't. Different cultures have different everyday scenarios. Like us walking 10 miles for water is not a cultural element, but in some countries they are. So that would be an important thing to talk about. If you're going to ask people for countries where they have to walk for water, you could give them a dilemma about that, which wouldn't be relevant to us. Validity. Faith, yeah, it makes sense, doesn't it? It has face validity. We're trying to measure people's morality. We're doing it by asking them, is that the best way? No. Obviously, we'd want to see what people actually do, but that's impossible. Okay, given the situation, so we have to ask them. So we've got the social desirability. Are they just talking rubbish? Okay, so is it really, really ecologically valid? Yes, but no. Okay, so we do have issues. Sampling bias, boys, just boys. Why? Well, the date gives it away. Okay, and ethnocentrism. We try to get different cultures here, not loads, but Taiwan, Mexico, Turkey, GB, different. Okay, so it's not as ethnocentric, and the idea is we've got these universal moral standards. Okay, quite a bit of work to do, standard stuff. Work your way through this. Key theme is moral development. Okay, so this is what our morals are. Okay, and we're working through the stages. Okay, in the area of development, we develop our morals in stages. Okay, right, there is. Next slide. Okay, last thing to help you for the next session, I just want you quickly to define these 6 terms. I really care about the middle two. Self-effacement and self-aggrandizement. That's what the next study is all about. Okay, so get that done. Thank you. I know this is a whirlwind tour of Kohlberg, but I promise you, it will all be good. All right. Have a good day. See you later, guys. Bye.